Gotta make this fast. So we're gonna do our best. I am making some buttermilk scones just with regular milk, and I actually watered down the milk because milk's expensive. And hopefully it'll work because I haven't done this recipe before, and I usually hate making scones because you like add water, flour, milk, flour, go back and forth, but this looks really cool. And they're not scones either, they're biscuits, I guess the American version, which is a little bit more layered. And while I rub the butter into the flour, I might take this head tie off. I want to talk about taking things one step at a time and building that habit, and I guess trying to push through those blocks that happen, because everyone, including me, wants everything all at once, and you want to be good at something really fast, and maybe even more than that, you want like the time and the energy to be able to dedicate, and that's just not possible with life, I guess. Everyone has commitments, everyone has relationships, everyone has to cook and eat and, you know, feed themselves and feed their family and do all the basic stuff. So you can't always just sit down and do the thing you want to do. And then when you do when you do find the time, like when the little one is napping or has gone to bed for the night, you just find that you don't want to, or you're too scared to start, or you're too tired, you don't have the energy. But part of that is being scared to start because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, and I guess that's just a large part of life in general. Knowing that this little step is part of a bigger picture sometimes puts it together for me, and knowing that I'm on this sort of journey to being able to draw and being able to paint, like, but then like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, what if this is something that I'm not good at and I'll just go down this path? But you know, if that happens, I would have had fun doing it, and I think enjoying the journey and not caring about the outcome as much. I listened to this interview with Seth Godin, and you know, he was saying we're all very outcome-based people, and we need to, in a sense, have a guarantee that we're doing will be good and make us rich and famous and, you know, all those things. But maybe we just have to take a step back and think, what is enough, and what is enough in this moment? And I think for me, enough in this moment is enjoying what I do and enjoying the process, learning new things, which I definitely am. It's definitely a stretch to learn this new craft. Definitely a stretch to learn how to edit videos. The way I deal with that is, I guess, combining it with things that I know. So like baking is something I know. Maybe not necessarily this recipe, but combining butter and sugar and flour and milk are all things I know. So maybe I can start with this, and it'll make me feel more comfortable to step out into the unknown and figure out where to go, what the next step is, and just do that one thing. Do one thing at a time, figure out what the next step is, tackle that, maybe even take a step back, make some scones, regroup. Oh, I hope I didn't add too much liquid. It's looking a little bit wet. Chug some water and go back at it. I guess there's a lot of facing the fear of the unknown involved, even when you're taking baby steps, even when you have a plan. even when you have a million ideas, which I recommend writing down because our brains are not made to store things or remember things even. They're made to create things. So the more you can remember to write it down, the less your brain has to work in storing that information for you at a later date, and it can work. Oh no, I'm gonna have to add flour. The more it can work to make things instead, like delicious scones. The reason I'm making scones is because we have like 3 punnets of strawberries in the fridge. Definitely strawberry season. And I wanted to eat them with strawberries and cream, because what better way to eat 3 punnets of strawberries than with a whole lot of carbs. And butter, of course. Don't forget butter. Oh, I just realised I added a lot of salt to this, and I also use this salted butter, but it's okay, use what you have. It just means extra flavour. Hopefully it doesn't stick to the table. Please don't stick to the table. I guess that's all I had to say. Take it one step at a time. You know, you don't always know what the outcome is going to be, but that's okay, because we spend most of the time on the journey, and a lot of the outcome we can't even control, so it's best to always focus on the things you can control, right? And hopefully we can control these buttermilk biscuits. And that's my family who have come home. So chat to you in the next video. Bye!